that's not good. Nice fresh oil coming from your dash. I first saw this and I kind of smelt it, and I looked up and there's an oil leak. So let's pop the dash off. Those are scaring me. But I just know it's the oil gauge leaking down there. And oh yeah, let's take a look back here. What's that? Yep, oil. It's leaking on everything. Ah, sheesh. All right. Come on in the tool shed. Yeah, to top things off, my bucket broke. So you gotta, jeez. I'm gonna need those. Yeah, hopefully that's it. Let's dig in. I already took the dash off once without recording it, only because I was in a hurry to get this thing going and wanted to get driving it. So now I'll document it. Oh, jeez. I had a nice workplace here, so oh my gosh. Don't lose your screws. Set it there for now. Just kind of set that there. Now for this trim piece, just little Phillips all around. Before I forget, take these off. Pops out. After you get that first piece off, I'm gonna use a 1/4 inch nut driver, and you're gonna take this one. Well, we'll get the clear piece off first. So that one, there's some on the sides, on the bottom. So take this piece off first. I didn't even take I took the trim piece off, and you can just kind of see oil leaking. Nice. So that first trim piece is off, so I should just be able to slide this big old dash piece. One second. Pull that piece out, throw it aside. Now I'm gonna finish shaking this clear piece off. Take that aside. Now, I believe I have all the bolts off for this. Oh, no. Gonna take these two off. One right in there. Gonna taking this off. Oh, jeez. Okay. Don't do that. Take that off. So both screws are off. We're gonna fish it out of there. And you can unhook it from right down there. It just kind of goes left and up out of there. There's a little groove there, but I think I'll just let it dangle through here. Kind of let it rest like that. It just slides right back in that little groove. Next, this metal piece. Be careful. Set that aside. That goes on top of that. Nice and organized. If you want to get to the back of the dash, take all these screws off around it, and you can pull it forward, but with very little room. You're gonna have the oil pressure going to the engine. You're gonna have the speedometer cable. What else? Yeah. But we just have to get to the oil pressure. So we're gonna take those two screws out and that bottom one, and we'll have the oil pressure out. I forgot to mention, I would unscrew my battery because there's just been some technical difficulties when it was plugged in. I short-circuited something and fried something, so better to be safe than sorry. All of those are off, and sure enough, she's leaking. No, I'm not upset. I absolutely love this truck. I mean, it's a square body. I love her with all my heart. She's pretty cool. But we just might have to take the backing off for the gauges just because there's oil everywhere. And yeah. Nice. That's all nasty as well. I have to. Alright, we're taking it off. Well, I'm kind of on a hold because I don't think it's supposed to be that loose in there. I can't really tighten it up anymore. It's alright. I had to take this off hard anyway, so just take all the gauge screws out. There's the fuel. There's your temperature. Yeah. Temperature. And your spinning wheel one. It just doesn't feel tight. I don't like it. Your tachometer should have some wires. You can just pull those out. Pull those out. And there's your speedometer. Okay. These can come off too. Let's just when you get your oil gauge off, throw them to the side because you're sick of it. You're gonna push this tab down to pull out the speedometer cable. Yeah, this is your circuit board. Gonna take this one out. Come here, buddy. Look at that. Gun top filled with oil. This is not good. That is all oil. Yeah, Lord knows how long that's been like that for. There's just oil everywhere. Just clean it up as best as you can. Set that aside and clean everything in here. Look at all that. I mean, it is stripped out. I couldn't get a wrench around it. So I took a channel locks to it, but it doesn't look like there's any oil behind that, which is good. So I think it just wasn't tight enough. But I'm cleaning this up as best as possible, and put it back together. It's okay though. I'm willing to accept the fact that it's an old truck. They need work. And yeah, you just gotta love on them. These little things, you come up from the underside of this. You're gonna kind of pry up in this area and push it through. And then to put them in, you just gotta feed them in the hole and wait for a click. 1, 2. Oh, where'd you go? That was not good. Looking like a good old wake-up call. It's break time. Trying to catch raccoons, and we caught something all right. Oh, you chicken. Come on, come on. All right, put the backing back in place. Have the oil line coming through. And speedometer cable coming through. Don't forget to hook up your main wires. Clip them in. This is actually good timing because these lights were kind of turning off and on, so I replaced them. I hope that fixed the problem, but man, I'm nervous. I think it just wasn't tight all the way. I'm gonna, of course, redo it, but yep. Now I'll just start to reassemble everything. And yeah, I think I was too, I don't think I got that tight enough. So I gave it an extra oomph. And, I mean, it feels more stable in there too. So we're hoping for the best. So with all the circuit board stuff that went on, all the oil behind there, I plugged in the wires. I plugged in the battery cable. And we'll see if they work. Right on. Bolts. Light. Left. Right. Good sign so far. Oh, there was oil all over the wipers. Nice. Not a bad sign. Let's keep going. Put this together. Set this plate back in place and screw it in. Before I get this wrong again, I just had this happen to me. I have to get the gauges in, put this black backing on, and then you put this on. Then you put the clear cover on. Can't tell you how many screws I've had to replace, put back in, just over and over. Yeah, it's a hassle, so just try to remember. It's all good. Alright, the clear plastic on the back. And that on. And to make sure it works, because I've had it fall off a couple times. It's not good. And actually today, it just kind of caught back on by itself, so. Nice. Now, that piece, and then that piece. I actually put that whole dash piece on first, and then this trim piece. And then don't forget that bottom piece. Alright, I started her up. Bolts went up. Oil pressure took a little bit to build, but it's halfway. Well, a little over half. And lights work. I can't tell. Oh, yep. Nice. Well, she's put together now. Well, that's how you tighten your oil gauge fitting. That's how you tighten your oil gauge fitting. And take the dash off and look at your circuit board and whatnot. There you go. Gauges work, lights work, it's all back together. Little setback. And to top off tonight, I found my missing wrench. So it's definitely a good night. She's a beauty.